Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Daily Fix. I am your usual host and presenter, Advocate Tulohoyane. Something very toxic is brewing in the sense of MEYIWA trial. Something is on the horizon and it will swallow up MEYIWA as this trial continues. And what is this thing that I'm talking about? I am talking about the toxic relationship that has developed and has now become a daily occurrence between Judge Ratamkhwate and Advocate Mnisi. We have seen how in the last 3 weeks, MEYIWA has struggled to stand up to that cross-examination by State Prosecutor Advocate George Balu. It has been a very difficult time for him. He was confronted with banking records that reflected that at certain times when he said he was in KZN, banking records reflected that he was doing transactions in Gauteng. He has also been placed at a testing center where he was going to sort out his learner's driver's license and a lot of other circumstantial evidence. So it has not been an easy 3 weeks or so for MEYIWA. Now, what compounds matters for MEYIWA, unfortunately, are the repercussions of this toxic relationship that has developed between Judge Ratamkhwate and Advocate Charles Mnisi. The two have simply reached a point of no return. They simply don't have any respect for each other. They simply shout out things or throw things at each other as if perhaps they've forgotten that they're in a courtroom. The tantrums that we have seen there over the months, and which to this day, or as recently as yesterday, reared the ugly head, have become the stock in trade of this trial and will largely define where this trial goes in terms of the guilt or innocence of at least MEYIWA. Let me give you a taste of what occurred some time back, but begin by saying that it all happened yesterday. It all happened yesterday, like I'm saying, it has now become a daily occurrence. Now, take a listen to this when Advocate Mnisi called a cop, one of the cops, dumb. Take a listen to this and see what follows.
Thank you, Brigadier. I think Colonel Mboto would have been the dumbest cop in South Africa to have said that at the time at which you requested him to go and do the confession, he had no knowledge about the death of Senzo. I withdraw the question.
We don't.
I withdraw the question. Thank you.
But that question,
I said I withdrew it, my lord.
yeah, but you can't say something about an officer of the law that you would have been the dumbest.
That's not an insult, my lord.
It is.
No, it is not.
You're saying a colonel is the dumbest court in the country if you didn't know about Senzo Meyiwa's death.
The word dumb is not an insult, my lord, unless the court wants to understand
No,
it
I
to
understand it as an
then it's
insult.
fine.
Me, I understand it as an
No,
insult.
thanks, my lord, thanks. Yes.
And I think even Mr. Baloi understands it as such, even Brigadier Geninda.
Yes.
No, but the court cannot put words into the mouth of the state and the. Why does the court not ask one of the members of the public?
Yes. My lord, we are rising precisely on that point.
Yeah, I know, because you are responsible officers of this court.
Yeah, but the court can't say even Mr. Baloi understand it in that way.
Any lawyer
Brigadier Kininda
any
understand
lawyer will
it.
understand
I've got my
it.
colleagues which are seated here and members of the public, the court does not refer to them. Why does the court specifically have to refer to the members of the state?
Yeah, you can go on.
Thank you.
Remember, I said it's obvious that some of our colleagues don't care about etiquette.
Thank you, Brigadier. I'll part this point about Mboto. Be rest assured I'll be coming back to it. Thank you.
The issue that arose there was during the cross-examination of Brigadier Geninda, was when Nisi said, well, Colonel Mboto could have been the dumbest policeman if he had taken a confession from Ntanzi or Wangani Ntanzi without knowing the circumstances surrounding, the death of Senzo MEYIWA, or without being unaware of the death or those circumstances surrounding the death of Senzo MEYIWA. It became something akin to a bar brawl. The exchanges were just unfortunate. Because much as you hear Munisi there trying to withdraw the comment, the judge then takes up the comment, and this is how it all begins, because the judge says, no, you cannot say that. You cannot call an office of the law dumb. And Munisi then goes on to say, yes, I can. There's nothing wrong with calling anybody dumb. So the exchange becomes a back and forth. The desirable back and forth that I want to bring to your attention this morning, that will have consequences for the defense of Moses Biya going forward. And what are those consequences? You see, court decorum also impinges or sort of defines the environment in which a trial takes place. And if this toxic relationship, and it is deteriorating every day, the possible fallout from this, relationship which has irretrievably broken down, seemingly, between Judge Ratamukhate and Advocate Munisi, is that Judge Rata does not seem to take Advocate Munisi seriously anymore. They simply get into those skirmishes and he dismisses him. And what are the implications of that? What will be the fallout of all this? The fallout can only be that Moses Biya's defense is in trouble. Because you see, if a presiding judge does not take a defense counsel seriously, and they get into those kind of exchanges which are so personal, chances are even the defense that will be advanced on behalf of Moses Biya will simply be discarded, overlooked, and will be a victim, or the biggest victim, of that fallout between the judge and advocate Muniz. The judge is likely just to brush off anything in favor of Moses Biya, because if he dismisses Balu, if he dismisses Muniz rather routinely like he does, it means he is also, not taking whatever defense he's trying to put forward on behalf of Moses Biya seriously. And the real victim in all this will be Moses Biya and his defense. I really hope that this conduct comes to an end, because the defense of Moses Biya is at stake here. If something is not done drastically, some intervention must be made to ensure that Judge Ratam Khwaten, and Advocate Muniz sort of get back on track. Otherwise, poor Moses Biya is in real trouble here. Having said that, let me thank you for watching this video. Let me thank you for all the subscriptions, shares, and likes that I'm seeing. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you.